SASA mine was developed in the middle of the last century, when North Macedonia began to industrialize. The mine has had two separate chapters of its history. In the first 37 years of operation, from 1966 until 2003, SASA operated as a state-owned mine, producing between 300,000 and 625,000 tons of lead-zinc ore annually. In those years, SASA had about 500 employees who worked hard to develop the mine. Despite the investments made to ensure the production of ore, much of the work in those early days was manual, extremely difficult, and with minimal mechanization. During this period, the SASA operation encouraged and accelerated the development of Makedonska Kamenica and the surrounding area, transforming it from a rural, agricultural municipality into an industrial, urban environment. However, following national economic and political changes, which resulted in slower modernization and limited capital investment, the SASA mine faced the most difficult moment in its history, closing in 2003. 3 long and difficult years followed, with great uncertainty, job losses, social insecurity for many families, and great concern for the future of the surrounding community. However, in late 2005, SASA was bought by an international mining company, which invested funds into the mine. A year later, the mine reopened and once again began to employ many members of the local community. The decade which followed saw many developments at SASA, including the expansion of production capacities, the introduction of new, modern standards and principles of operation, and procurement of new, modern equipment. By 2007, SASA had increased its production capacity to about 770,000 tons of ore per year, and in 2014 became the first mine with an A environmental permit. The latest chapter in development begins in November 2017, when SASA became part of London-based Central Asia Metals, which saw significant potential in the mining business for the future, and which shares with SASA the same values and vision for the development of responsible and sustainable mining. A new and extensive investment cycle has now begun. In the past 3 years, over $30 million has been invested in the development of SASA, in the purchase of modern mining equipment machines, the modernization and digitization of technical processes, the improvement of underground safety, and raising the standards of working conditions. These investments have enabled the mine to safely produce and process up to 850,000 tons of ore per year. Providing local employment and development opportunities for our people is key to what SASA does. With about 700 full-time employees and additional contractors, SASA today is one of the largest employers in the eastern part of the country, with salaries that are up to 40% higher than North Macedonia's industrial average. The future of SASA is inextricably linked to the lives and prosperity of the local people and their community. And SASA has recently developed a social charitable foundation to support the sustainable development of the community in areas such as sport, culture, education and healthcare, and ensure that the mine's successes are felt by many. Looking to the future and supported by Central Asia Metals, SASA will continue its sustainable development path in the coming years. New investments for the procurement of the additional equipment have already been approved, which should ensure safe, environmentally responsible and stable operations at SASA for the long term. Although there have been many changes at SASA over the years, much remains the same. The SASA team cares about its employees and contractors, their safety, our local community and the environment. Today, as we mark 15 years since the mine reopened, our team is proud to once again be a very successful North Macedonian business, with a strong vision for a long and prosperous future for all.